Yeah.
All right. Well, it's already recording, so fuck it. Let's just keep going, and we'll deal
Yeah.
with it afterwards.
Yeah, let's rock it. Let's go.
Forgiveness, not permission, right?
That's it is.
All right. Well, welcome to Crash Podcast, episode number 10, double digits with my man Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, we reconnected recently, and we have stories together. Some of the stories that you've seen on my page are involving this man, and we reconnected, and I found out that he is going down a similar path. He's sober and actually about to enter another transformation, and I'll let him talk about that. But welcome, Kenny. Dude,
Hey.
so good to hear from you the other day, and so good to hear from you now.
Yes, Bjorn, excellent, man. I'm glad we touched base, buddy. So glad.
So let's introduce yourself a little bit.
So my name's Kenny Pippenger. I'm probably a little older than he is. I'm 55, and I went through. So my background, I was a bodybuilder for years. That was probably like my first major addiction is bodybuilding. I did a couple shows, won some events, kind of shit, and then got off on some other drugs and did that for 12, 13 years, and then got sober for the last 12 years or so. So, I live out here in Vegas and got 3 boys and just doing the damn thing.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
All right. So let's dig into that a bit. So
Sure.
how did bodybuilding was your first addiction? I can see that, and I know of that in others.
Right.
So walk me through that. Let's rewind a little bit and then start. How did that start? How did that all start?
I started training when I was about 19. I trained all the way through my early 30s, competed in my mid 20s, early 30s. And that was my vice, man. That's what I did. I lived that lifestyle, eat, sleep, and it was a healthy lifestyle, so I thought. But, steroids and this and that, everything comes with a cost. I didn't have any adverse effects, but I've seen friends have a lot of them. But on down the road, I stopped bodybuilding, and kids came along, and the stress of all that, I started partying. I used to, even when I was bodybuilding, I'd still go out on the weekends and drop a little ecstasy, a little GHB here and there, But it was on the weekends, and I thought it was in moderation. I thought I was okay,
Yeah.
I'm not going to fall for addiction. No way in hell, right? And then I moved to Vegas, and have a kid, and this and that, and started messing around with cocaine. And I used to train with this guy, I don't know if we give names out here, but Craig Titus, which is in jail for a long time for murder now, but it's a whole nother story. And he was a pro.
Name.
Yeah, you have. He's a top 10 level bodybuilder. He's done all kinds of competition. He was married to Kelly, who was Miss USA for 7 years in a row, Kelly Ryan. So I started training with him, and he was into shooting up drugs. Come to find out, I didn't know you could shoot coke at the time. I had no fucking clue. I just thought you snorted shit. I had no idea. He's all, dude, you gotta try this out. And I was used to needles, fucking. I was an EMT in my earlier years too. I was around fucking needles and shit, so it didn't scare me. I tried it out, bro, and it was a rush from the beginning. And I remember the first time I did, all I could think about is getting home and doing it again and again and again and again and again. And to the point where I was flopping around on the floor like a fish a few times.
Yep.
Just out of fucking control. I owned a business at the time. For some God reason, I was able to keep all this floating while I was doing that. I owned a house. I had Escalades, BMWs, I had all kinds of shit. And I was able to float that for a long time. Yeah, it finally all went away, though, at some point. But I moved back to the Bay Area for a year, tried to get clean. Moved back here because my kids were here and I wanted to be around them. Came back here, wasn't able to get clean for a while. And then me and his wife split up. I finally ended out no money left to my name on the street and fucking in my car, and decided I gotta get clean. This is not the lifestyle I want to live. I don't want to raise kids like that. I just don't want to do this anymore. And everybody else early on tried to help me get clean, this and that. And the only time somebody's gonna truly get clean is when they have it in their heart that they're gonna do it. You can lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink. That's the old saying goes.
100%.
It's
we're ready when we're ready.
And it's going to be that way no matter how much a loved one preaches to us, no matter how much you're dragged around. It just doesn't work that way, It's a mindset that you just got to come to it on your own. And unfortunately for me and him, we did it before it killed us. Because a lot of people don't get to this point, you know? A lot of
This is
people
very true.
yeah, unfortunately, that is the way it is, dude. So, you know, I speak loudly about my recovery to keep others from dying quietly, you know? So
I
I
like how
try
you
to,
put that.
yeah, man, I try, well, I saw it on a shirt, so.
I think that's
I
I
can't
know
take
the
credit.
company. Yeah. I know that
Yeah,
company. I like their
right,
clothes.
right, yeah, yeah. And so I decided to get clean, and as I was getting clean, the weirdest shit, dude, I flipped a car upside down on the freeway, ended up with back spasm, this and that. So I had muscle relaxers, and being the addict I am, I'll take a few in the morning, I'll take a few in the afternoon, I'll take a few at night. Well, I didn't wake up for 3 months at one time. I was in the hospital through COVID, didn't know COVID even happened. You don't even know
Damn.
this part. Yeah, you don't know this at all.
Damn.
I woke up in the hospital about a week after COVID had ended, but they still weren't letting people out of the hospital yet. So I was in there for another 2 weeks. So I was in there 3.5 months. And
Holy shit.
when I got out by myself. There was no one around me, no friends anymore, no nothing, not a dime to my name. Literally on the street for about a month, trying to figure out where I go. I went from shelters to shelters to this and that, and finally got an Obama phone or something, I think, and called one of my buddies in the Bay Area and asked him if I could borrow like $400 to get my CDL license back. I got my CDL license back, and I went and got a job. And ever since then, I've just been putting my life back together. And I got to the point where I bought my own company, you know, sold that. I'm doing it right now. I'm back in school at an old age, I know that, but I'm doing what I want to do, you
Never
know?
too late, man.
Right, right. So I'm doing what I want to do. My boys were raised successfully. My oldest has just turned 21. He's graduating UNR this year. My 14-year-old just
Nice.
started high school at one of the top tech schools in Vegas. My 11-year-old is insane athlete. You know, life didn't turn out so
That's
bad,
awesome.
but yeah, yeah. But in a
That's
nutshell,
awesome.
man, you know, that's what's up.
All right. So you and I crossed
Oh,
paths
geez.
for a period of time.
Yeah, where was that at? Where
So
did we live? What name was that
we
apartment?
we
You
lived
remember?
at Vistania.
Vistania with the
I
fucking
think I
security.
met you through Kenny. Or no,
Yeah,
not
you met
Kenny.
well.
Yoshi.
Yeah, we met
Did I
down at the
meet you
pool,
through
really.
Yoshi?
We pretty
Yeah, I
much at the
suppose that's
pool.
probably true.
I was barbecuing every weekend, remember? Meats and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and I
I
think we
mean,
just
it's a
hung
little
out down
blurry
there.
during that time, so
Yeah.
not
Well, you were
100%
drunk
sure
quite a
how.
bit. You were pretty much drunk the whole time. So
All the time, the
morning
entire
till
time.
night. Yeah, morning till
Mm-hmm.
night. I
Yep.
remember I got a job as a bouncer at one of the nightclubs at the Hollywood, and you drove me to work that night. You drove me to work that night, and when I got off, my buddy goes, "That guy came with you, right? You had your head down at the bar, passed out cold." And then swore to God you were going to drive us home. Well, I almost kicked
I
the shit
think
out of you that night.
I think I remember that. I think I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah. And I said, dude, I'm not driving with you home. There's no fucking way. And you know, you drove. I don't remember if you drove home or not that night. I
I
don't think
probably
so.
did.
You may have, but I do remember within that week you ended up getting a DUI right before you went into the military.
Yeah, see, I wasn't even driving. That
No,
time I
oh
wasn't
really?
even driving. I was
You just
asleep
were
in my
talking
car in the
shit.
Hard Rock parking
Oh
lot.
damn.
Yeah, that was the night before I was supposed to leave for boot camp. And
Yep.
it was in my Forerunner, and I was
Yep.
asleep in the Hard Rock Hotel parking lot because me and Jared had gone out to see a show that was at Wasted Space, and it was Taylor Hawkins and his band. The
You had a good
drummer for the
memory.
Foo Fighters had his own band. I remember
Nice.
because the drummer was good, but the rest of the band sucked.
Right.
And Jared and I decided to just walk around the casino and get hammered. And then I went to sleep in my car, and all of a sudden, I don't remember how long it was. I got a knock, knock, knock on my car, and I just look over and say, "Fuck off!" And I don't know who it was. Turns out it was 3 police officers.
Right.
They ripped me out of my car. Like, apparently tried to fight him at that point, and I've
Oh
told
yeah.
this story a couple times on my
I'm
shit.
I'm
But
100% sure you did.
oh yeah, no doubt.
You were
And
on
then
me when you were drunk.
they I usually I was fun, but sometimes yeah, I would step to
You know what?
anybody.
When you got over a point, you're fun up until a point. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's good to hear because I didn't know
Yeah.
these things. Because you saw me quite a few times when I blacked out, and I don't know what I was like.
I think I've carried you home from the pool a few times when you blacked out to your house.
Probably,
Yeah.
no doubt, and that was what, like 100 feet.
Yeah, wasn't far.
But yeah, so yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Try to fight the cops, got thrown on the ground, ended up in jail, and did not go to the military.
I know.
Could have saved my
dude.
life. Who knows? Whatever.
I know. Wait, you know what, dude? You are where you are now, and circumstances took you there. So, you got
Yeah,
kids and family, and you got everything going. So you're in good shape.
I do.
Yep.
And you, like, rewinding back to that, because, I mean, I want to kind of dive into it a little bit.
Dive into it, bro. You can say I'm the one that got you fucking hooked on shit.
You didn't get me hooked on nothing. Like, the
Well,
story that you were telling about your buddy was about the same story that I have for you.
yeah,
Because
And this
I
is
did
like,
not, I never knew you could slam it. And
yeah,
obviously I was a few drinks in, and I was like, and you were, I think you were staying with
told
me
me
at the time.
Yeah, I was sleeping on your couch at the time because once again I was, rolling it.
I don't
think
remember
at the time
the
you told
words
me,
that night.
well, I think you told me you're going to do it no matter if I show you how to do it or not. And I said, all right, well, you're going to
sounds
kill
like me.
yourself. Yeah. So we ended up doing it. And then from that point, I don't know, we split up
I
not
did
too
it for
long
like
after
3 or 4
that.
months. Yeah,
Yeah.
we split
Yep.
up because that apartment kind of went downhill real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I remember. Were you there when the power got shut off, or were you gone by then?
I was there when we were having the electrical cord hanging down the balcony to the neighbors. Yeah.
Hey, if I'm nothing else, I'm fucking ingenuitive.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. The cord hanging down to a green cord hanging down the back of the tree out through our little gutter on the second floor down to the first floor because there was nobody who lived in there and we were jacking power.
Right.
And that extension cord was plugged into a power strip that had a TV, I think an Xbox or just a DVD player, and a lamp, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I would go to Ricardo's Burritos and get dinner, go to Vaughn's or Save-On or whatever the fuck it was next door and get a handle of vodka. And I'd drink just enough that night to leave a little bit so I didn't have the shakes the next morning.
Yep.
That was my routine.
And you were loaded before you get out of bed.
Well, fuck yeah.
Yep. I'd be down at the pool and you'd come running through, jumping and doing a flip into the pool.
Yep. And And fuck. But no, I remember it was, you weren't there, but the night that I fish flopped.
Oh, yeah, no.
I think that happened once or twice, but
that'll scare the hell out of you.
Yeah, that shit scared me.
Yeah, you're thinking in your mind. All you're thinking in your mind you can't move. Your body just won't respond, and you're thinking, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. That's all you're thinking, Yeah, I know. I can relate, man.
The worst part about it was the next night.
You did it again?
Or like a night or two later. No, I didn't do it again, but I had picked up from Donut, and it was better than it was before.
Oh, jeez. The dose never is the same.
No, it was the same amount. It was just a lot stronger.
No, you did. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know. Yep.
And then fucking, so I think I've told this story too on the podcast, but so the next night I literally asked Jared, or he was like, hey, I'm about to head out. And I was like, hey, do you mind like hanging out for a second? I'm going to slam down. And it went a little far last night. I want to make sure it just doesn't go that far or somebody else is here. So I literally asked somebody to make sure I didn't accidentally off myself that night. And that didn't click to me until like 2-3 weeks later.
Come to find out after a little research, it's really hard to die on coke like that. You can explode your heart, but if you're healthy... I didn't know that, and I'm glad I didn't know that at the time. I didn't either. I found that out a long time after, but it didn't matter because when you're in this situation, you feel like you're dying.
That was scary as shit.
Yeah, scary as shit, yeah. Yep. I remember when that happened, I took everything I had and threw it away. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, I got up and instantly threw everything I had away that time. Nope. I don't know how much shit I flushed down the toilet. being paranoid and shit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You get doing it for like 3 days. You're so high, you think everything, you just, oh, fuck it, I'm going to throw it that way. The cops are coming in all of a sudden.
See, I was like that when I was on glass. Never got that way off blow.
Yeah, well, you do it long enough. See, I never fucked with the glass and shit. I did it a couple times and I was like, fuck, I don't like being awake this many days.
Well, fuck, yeah, that's what I loved about it.
Yeah, see? Personalities.
Fucking 7-10 days straight. Start seeing shadow people.
Bro, I'm like 4 days for me and I'm crazy. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's, I that was long before you met me. That was probably, well, shit, we met and that would have been like 2010, 2011. Something like that. But I'd been clean off meth other than like 1 or 2 times that I was out with a stripper and I was like, oh, sure, it's a good idea. Did it once. And then I was like, nope, bad idea. Clean off meth from like 5,
Yeah.
maybe 05, 04, 05, something like that.
Yeah, you're like me. I don't keep fucking the dates that accurate.
No, I checked myself into fucking treatment for that shit.
Man, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I stopped. I never did, like, I went to the 12 steps a few times and decided that wasn't for me. People preaching about their problems, it just wasn't my thing. You know, I had my own problems.
Yeah.
And so that didn't work for me. It works for a lot of people, dude. There's credit where credit is due. You know, it works for a lot of people. I think everybody should give it a shot. But it's not what worked for me. What worked for me was just coming to my own conclusion. And I just gave it up cold turkey. Honestly, I just stopped.
That's fucking impressive, man. Knowing where I know you've been, that's fucking impressive.
Right?
I mean, I don't doubt it came with its own difficulties and withdrawals and all sorts of fucking crazy shit. But putting your life back together, fuck.
Yeah, the more I had the issues with withdrawals was from the fucking oxycodones and the Vicodins and shit that I was taking. Those were the withdrawals came from. The coke didn't really give me any withdrawals, but the pills did, you know. But I was just to a point where I was like, fuck it, I'm done. And I could just, the cost of the one money I wasted on that shit. Oh my God.
How many different doctor's offices did I go with for you?
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
And I had like fucking 10 of yous.
Oh, I know. Who was that one? The one little old Asian doc that was off I remember Byron. Byron.
No, the guy off of Paradise over there. Yeah, I forget his name, but the old little one that says, "Okay, now don't do it like Michael Jackson."
Yeah.
And he would tell everybody that same story. He'd give you 120 Lortabs, 90 Xannies, and everybody got the same script.
Yep.
And they'd have a line around the block.
That. Yep.
That was crazy. Man. Yeah.
Those were fucking crazy days.
It was.
Yeah, walk into work because I was the only guy who knew about it, and like I had a rattle for all the babies there.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was crazy fucking.
But yeah,
times,
bro,
man.
Those are the stories, man. It is, you know.
So, tell me about the trucking company.
So, I was doing hydrovac work, which is hydrovac truck digs up dirt with a high pressure water and a big vacuum truck, basically. It's like a large shop vac on wheels, yeah? And though you're using 3,500 PSI water streams to dig up dirt, so real powerful. Oh, wow. And I was working one day with another buddy of mine. One of the lines got fucked up and it shot off and hit me in the eye. And
damn.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see there's a little U-shaped scar right there. I don't think you can see it through the thing.
No, not really.
Yeah. But anyways, it hit me in the eye right there, and it was like getting shot with like a 22 bullet. That's what damage it did. The doctor said that's how they treated the one, like it was a gunshot. And I ended up losing like 40% of my vision, and I got like $75,000 or whatever. And I'm all, dude, I need to make this money into something. So I went out and I bought a dump truck, put about 60 grand into the business, and I didn't have enough money behind me to start a dump truck business, to be honest. With how it breaks down and the work you do, you know, it runs at $100 an hour. You realistically can make $15,000 to $20,000 a month, but you got to have the work consistently. You know, I had a few good months, but I couldn't hold it with the economy when we went to war. Prices of diesel went up to $7 a gallon. You know, that kind of was the end of all for me when my fuel bill went from $1,500 a month to $3,500 a month. You know,
damn.
Yeah, and then insurance on top of that was $2,000 a month. So
damn,
it's expensive, man. So I ended up selling it. I sold the truck. I kind of broke even, you know. So it's okay, but now I'm just going back to school and going to do the addiction recovery, like I said, you know. Try to give back a little, man. I don't think God would have put me in the situation to go through all that shit for nothing, you know. And I think ultimately, ultimately we're on this planet for one real true thing, and that is to do our best for one another and treat each other like we're real humans and give to one another and just be the best we can, the best neighbor, the best brother, the best everything, you know. And if everybody did that, bro, and I know it's preaching because everybody says that shit, but honestly, if we did, the world would be just a phenomenal place to live in. It would be heaven on earth, and that's the goal that we strive. And if everybody strived for it, we'd be more. It would work out well. So I do my part.
I agree.
That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, and I see you're trying to do yours. This podcast is a great start.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I've
I checked
been
out a few of
given.
them. So
Thank you. I
yeah.
appreciate that, sir.
Yeah.
No, I've been given this life, and I've been given these struggles, and now I've been given this perspective. Granted, most of those struggles were of my own design, and I
Oh
don't
yeah.
disagree with that. But on the same side of that, I don't have any regrets. I lived through it,
Yeah.
as is more than I can say for some unlucky folk, and I guess it was their time. It wasn't my time, so therefore there's a bigger purpose for me out here, and I believe
That's
that is to be helping people.
I'll tell you what, I feel along 100% along the same lines. And I don't think you didn't know me in '06, but I was doing real well. I had bought a house and had all that shit, but I was still high on dope all the time. I had a $30,000 custom bike, 280 rear end, air suspension, the whole
Hmm.
9 yards. It was a chopper, you
You
know.
told me about that
And
bike,
yeah, and I
or
got
you
ran over
did
from
previously.
behind. Yeah, I got ran
You
over from
told me about
behind and
that too.
dragged underneath the car for through the middle of an intersection. Woke up right across from a fire department that was coming out two-way call as I got hit. So they pulled the car off of me. So all that shit doesn't happen like that, and that was coincidence just for anything, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
as far as surviving things and being meant here for a reason, I'm a firm believer. You know, you know,
Yep, I agree, and I also
survived
believe that
too
there's no
much.
such thing as coincidence,
No, not at all. And if that's coincidence, I sure am lucky.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, let's back up a little further. Let's start me out. Like, what got you into bodybuilding?
God, I was just a fucking scrawny kid. I don't know. Wanted girls, you know.
Hey, at
Honestly,
least
I
you're
just
honest.
wanted. I was, yeah, yes. I was living in Roseville, out of Sacramento. I was going to school to become an EMT, and I started training. And I met some other dudes that were training that were bigger, and I'd see guys in the gym in real good shape, and I just, you know, I want to get there. And never, it drove me for like 20 years of weight training. You know, it's nothing. Not one instance, you know, set it off for me. Just
Yeah.
I wanted to be in shape, man. And then when I got in shape, then I never wanted to be a competitive bodybuilder by any means. That wasn't my goal. My
Okay.
friends around me talked me into that. You know, they're all, dude, you got a great build. You've been training for so long. Just get up there and see how you do against the competition, you know? And I figured, yeah, that kind of be cool to see where I stand, I guess, amongst my peers. And so
Yeah.
I did it, and I did well. I won like 3 first place trophies at my first show I did with Rodney Coleman there, and you know, who was Mr. Olympia at the time. And you know, then competed in San Jose. I won that, and then I never competed again after that. It wasn't a huge thing that I wanted to do. I did it a few times, and you know, I was good.
Okay.
I just kept training a few years after that just to stay in shape, and it's good. You get a lot of attention when you're built well. It is what it
This
is.
is true.
Yeah.
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 People love pretty.
Yeah, I wasn't as pretty as I was built, but you know, it wasn't bad.
Get out of here, dude. You got your pictures up. They look good.
Oh
You look
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. Back then
a
they did. You're
handsome
right.
motherfucker.
Appreciate that, brother. Vice versa. You
Well,
with that mohawk look great, buddy.
oh yeah. I mean, that
Not too
mohawk,
many people
I'm
pull that off that
blasted
good.
as fuck. You were there
Yeah,
when we did it. I forget that.
I
Yeah.
was.
I
Yeah,
was so fucking blasted that night.
I was
Like
impressed
my
by it, dude.
eyes
I
are
was like, damn, bro, that looks
zooted.
good. Just, yep.
Oh man, that was fun.
You were
That
wearing
was
that
fun.
when you took me to work that night that I had the job at the bounce place. You had that mohawk going.
I remember that. Fucking A.
Yeah, the punk rocker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, shit, man. Last time you saw me, I probably weighed $140.
Yeah, you were.
Yellow skin, yellow eyes, like yeah,
Yeah, jaundice.
bad. Yep, pretty much.
Right,
I
right.
mean, I'm fucking 170 now, dude.
Yeah, you look good, dude. You look good. Well, you can't see your biceps in that picture. You got to move over a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Nice arm, bro. Right on, man. That
Getting
takes a lot of
there. Getting
dedication,
there.
bro. Yeah, a lot of
3 to
dedication.
4
I
times
just,
a week I'm in the gym at like 5 a.m. So,
bro, I'm getting there again. So I took probably 12 years off of the gym, and I blew up. I was 240 pounds at the beginning of this month. I started training at the beginning of this month and dieting again, and I'm 218 today. So
that's dope.
I'm on a
That's
fucking good routine. I
240,
just,
that's
you know,
22 pounds, man.
yeah, but you know, a lot of it comes from my muscle memory coming back real quick, and I know how to diet and I know how to train. Real, you know, I spent years learning it, so there's a lot of little tips and things that you could do, and I know how to. So it's faster for me than it would be for someone just learning it, but I'm
True.
happy with it. I'm trying to get down to 200 pounds, and then I'll adjust from that point whether I want to put on some weight or just stay there or, whatever.
To put things into perspective, you were not a bad build when I mean,
I
you
wasn't.
weren't ripped, but you weren't a bad build when we
No,
were hanging out.
no, no,
You were
I
probably
wasn't. I was
what?
in decent shape.
Buck 80?
Buck
Buck 90?
85, buck 90,
Yeah.
yeah, somewhere in that.
That
Yeah, pretty,
but
fairly
buck
lean.
I pulled it out of nowhere, but a buck 85 is my goal weight. Not for any
That's a good
particular
weight.
reason,
How tall
but
are you? You're about the same height, right?
5'9".
Yeah. Oh, five.
I'm
You're
like a
about
hair
an
taller
inch
than you,
taller
but
than
yeah.
me. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good weight, bro. That's a good weight. And what'd you start out at? Training when you
Well,
first
when
went
I
to the gym?
left the kitchen, I was 145, between 145 and 150 when I left the
No,
kitchen a year
what
and a
were
half
you when
ago.
you started going to hit the weights now?
168, but it was
And
in my
you're,
gut. So
yeah.
I've gained like 3 pounds, but I've moved it all from my gut up.
So that's tough when you start and you do that because you want to see the scale changing, but it's not changing a lot because you're
No,
losing the fat and gaining the muscle.
the
So
mirror changes, man. I'm good
the
with that.
mirror's what changes, and that's what makes the biggest. Yeah, that's where it's
Oh, yeah.
at, dude. A lot of people get
Dude,
upset because the scale's not doing things, but it's
this is a
it's
medium
doing.
shirt. I don't fit
Yeah,
medium shirts
yeah,
anymore.
yeah. You don't, you don't. And I say you put your sister's shirt on today.
No, this is
Yeah,
my
yeah,
shirts. The
yeah.
shirts
It's
like I put on. I actually had it on yesterday. The shirt from Jared's band, the Peccadillos. That's a
yeah.
large, and it's almost tight on me. I'm not a fuck. I've never worn a large in my life.
So what's the time frame in your goal? 185 in what? By the end
A
of?
year. I'd be happy in a
Okay.
year. If I
All
could
right.
do it by the end of the year, I'd be cool. It's more the number is a nominal weight. It's
And you're
fucking. I want
just
to be
running
stronger.
and you're just running TRT?
Yep, I'm only on
And
TRT right now.
is that from the doctor or is that just what you're doing?
Yeah, no, that's from a doc. I'm working with the clinic.
Okay, so you're running low dose
But
then. You're running probably 200
my
milligrams.
yep, a week.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
levels, my free testosterone back in February were 268,
That's
and
low.
I just tested again in the beginning of June. I'm over 1500 right now.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you don't need.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I bumped that fucking up to 2, but that's good. You're
No.
fine. Yeah, you're
But
fine. I'm
since
doing 400
February,
right now.
I've changed my diet. I changed my
Yeah,
I changed my diet. I changed my workout regimen. I've changed my vitamin stack in the morning.
yep,
I've done
yep.
a lot different.
Me too. Like I said, so we talked about peptides the other day. On the phone. I hope I'm not getting off a subject here.
No,
Yeah, we talked about
the
peptides.
subject is whatever we want it to be.
Okay, all right, well, cool. So let's talk about peptides for a minute. I think everybody who's listening to this and see this should check out peptides for health benefits and other benefits. There's a ton of peptides that are manufactured that aren't approved by the FDA, and a large reason that they're not approved is because big pharma can't make money on something that they can't put a patent on. That's the reason. But these things are the fountain of
Mm-hmm.
youth, possibly. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. They heal joints, they heal tissue, they heal your gut.
Yep.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
stuff that raise your testosterone naturally. Everybody should look into them if you got pains or if you're just interested in sleeping better or whatever your life. It rebuilds your myocardia, which is the neurons in your body, the sensors that do everything. They
Mm-hmm.
activate everything in your body that works. So you bring those back to when you were younger and everything benefits. And that's what peptides
Yep.
are doing. So they're
And
worth
that's
checking
why
out.
Big Pharma can't make it, because Big Pharma makes Band-Aids in pill form. It's something that
Right.
is supposed to add to it and has all sorts of
Not
side
a,
effects
it-
and
it's not a cure. It's
fuck up
something
your
to
liver.
keep you fucking coming back.
No,
Yeah. And cause another
exactly.
problem that they make another
Peptides,
pill for.
peptides, in my loose, very minimal understanding, like signal your body to fix itself.
Exactly what they do. It's
Yeah.
exactly what they do in your loose
I
understanding.
mean,
It's
I've
pretty
done a
good.
little bit of research, and I
Yeah.
may look into doing them for myself, but
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
should
there
look
yet.
into them, man. Yeah, if
Well,
you
the ones
you're
I've
doing
thought
tests,
about
bro.
are test. Well, test is a hormone. I've talked to a couple doctors actually
Yeah,
about
but
this.
here, so when
Peptides are mitochondrial.
right, they're
The
not
ones that
hormones. They're not
BPC
synthetic drugs.
157.
That's
No,
great
I
for your
know,
joints and
I
recovery
know,
and yeah,
and possibly tesmorelin.
yeah, to help your own body's production
Yeah.
of
Yep.
tests. Yeah. Yeah. Those are all good things, man. I mean, testosterone, there's so many. It's hard to list them all,
Yeah.
but they all have
But I'll
something
tell you
actually kind
what,
of good
though.
about them.
after my history with needles and prior to me ever meeting you, I used to shoot Special K a few times when I was like 18, 19.
You shoot
But
that into your
funny thing is that, yeah, that's muscle. But the funny thing is that came from a steroid dealer because we did a job for
Special
him.
K. Yeah. No, I know Special K. I got someone fucking jinxed me into doing that one night at a party, said it was coke. I ended up laying out on the lawn for 3 hours staring up at the sky. I swear to God, I saw the center of the universe.
Oh man, I never went to the K-hole, but I went.
Oh,
dude,
I didn't
Special K,
know what it
when
was.
you slammed it, it was like going from sober to absolute shit-faced drunk in 2 minutes.
That's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Oh, that was crazy.
I don't know if you knew about this, but when go ahead.
What's that? No, I was gonna say my history with needles, and I know it's intramuscular, not the venous,
intravenously. Yeah.
It was a fucking trip, dude. I had some what's that? I forget the name of it. Anyway, like my nervous system snapped when I was about to do my first shot of testosterone. Like
why? Because
I got
it was a needle?
all sorts of feeling. Yeah.
That's a big ass needle, though. It's a lot bigger than a fucking insulin needle. Yeah.
True. But just the needles in general. Like I had some kind of feeling, man. I have like felt flush. I didn't throw up, but like I felt some kind of way for a minute and a half.
Funny. That's
and
funny.
The second time it was still similar, but now it's been like 6 months and it doesn't bother me at all.
Right. that's like, that's how it goes. Dude, I've been doing steroids and shit for fucking so long that it doesn't bother me at all. I throw them like they're darts. Just fucking stick it in there, you know? Yeah. It's easy now. But yeah, man, I got back on a cycle of some Tren, some Deca, and some Test.
Okay.
Along with some Retrupted and some Mont C. So I'm still an addict.
Retatrutide?
Yeah.
Reta? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably why I lost so much weight so quick.
And I've thought about Reta.
But those two go hand in hand, bro. I don't know if I don't think so. You don't need to lose any weight.
No, dude, I'm like 18%.
Yeah, and the Reta, that's what it's mainly for. I mean, it'll reserve some muscle, but it's more for losing weight. So I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
I'd go like the other way you were talking about with the test stuff and shit like that, and the BP 500, the Wolverine stack. That's the one you should look at.
Yeah. BP 500 or BP 157?
BP 157, BPC 157 mixed with TB 500.
Okay.
It comes
I've
already
heard about
mixed.
the Wolverine stack. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good one to look into.
All right.
You know.
I've thought about it. I just
Yeah. You said you already know somebody that'll get a good deal on it, so I do too.
I know a few people actually.
I do too. So whatever you compare if you're ever ready, can compare.
All right.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. No worries. I'm always willing to help you get back into something bad. No. Something good this time, right?
Yeah. As long as it don't involve powders, we're good.
Right. Well, it comes in a
powders
peptide.
And spoons together. How about that? As long as it's not powders and spoons together, we're good.
There you go. Yeah, and you don't have to put a flame under it. We're set.
All the fucking spoons in that apartment had marks on them. Every fucking one of them.
I remember when I used to live with my girlfriend. I would do it. I would get a Brillo pad out and plan to clean the back of the spoons clean.
Fucking days, man. Oh my god. Fucking
That's crazy, bro.
So when's your goal date? Where's your goal date?
So I wanted 3 months. I started June 1st. So April, May, June, July, August. By the end of August, I want to be at 200.
All right.
And then from there,
240 that's 40 pounds. That shouldn't be that hard.
No, and I'm already at 218. I'm already at 218. I got less than 20 to go now. So I'll get there, but I don't want to get there and be skinny. I want to maintain some muscle mass at the same time. So the scale will probably start slowing down a little bit, because I'll start putting on some mass, and then it won't show as much on the scale. But like you said, in the mirror is where it'll show.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Yeah. I just want to be back in shape where I can put a shirt on that doesn't look like I'm pregnant. I don't know if you went and saw my Facebook post. I'll send you a link to it. I wrote up a whole thing.
Yeah, you sent it to me. You
Did
sent
you
it
see
to
how
me, my
fat I
man.
fucking
Yeah.
was, bro? Wow,
You big
right?
dude. I
Yeah,
never thought
bro.
you'd be that
Oh
big.
yeah, yeah. If I fell down the stairs, I'd bounce right back up.
No, you
Yeah,
wouldn't fall. You just roll down.
yeah, exactly. I hit the bottom and bounce back up. Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Hey.
Oh, brother. Man, this has been
So
a
what's
trip.
up? So how long do you do your? How long do we do these for? How long's your post go for? Whatever.
However long they go, I've had some go 40 minutes. I've had some go an hour and 20 minutes.
Nice,
So it's all
nice.
kind of dig
That's
into the
cool.
story, see how
That's
bad it
good.
went, and then
That yeah, that's good
figure
that you
out
don't put it.
what was the turning point,
What was
and
the
then move
turning
forward.
point?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. What was your turning point?
I think we said it, didn't we? Like I just
A
got to
little
the
bit.
point where I was disgusted with shit. I was disgusted. I had nothing left. I was at the bottom, bro. I was so far at the bottom that I was homeless. I was sleeping on Four Master and the Las Vegas Boulevard, where the fucking homeless shelter is. They put a fucking mat out at
I
night
know
for
where
you to
that's at.
sleep on. Yeah, I was getting bag lunch from fucking Catholic Charities. Yeah, and drinking free
I
water.
know where that's at.
Yeah, I spent about 2 weeks over there and decided there's no fucking way in hell. So at this point, when I see a homeless person, I'm like, bro, listen, you can get out of this situation. I've been
Mm-hmm.
there and I've done it. So if you're stuck
Yep.
here, if you're stuck here and you're on drugs, it's another situation. You're trying to get out of it, but you really don't want to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just stuck here, some people just like it there. Some people are cool being there, man. That's what I found out.
This,
Some people are
that's
really all right with
true.
that
I've known
lifestyle, man.
some.
Yeah,
I've
and
known
that's
some of
not,
them too.
and that's not me by far, dude. And I never once thought that this is it for me. I've never been the kind of person that had that mindset. I always knew I would recover from whatever. I never ever saw a negative point where I was just like, fuck it, throw my hands up in the air. Never once.
That's
Never
good,
once.
man.
Yeah,
That's good. That is no matter where it got, that is an amazing mindset.
yeah. I just think, it's just how I am. It's nothing that I fucking created or anything. It's just how I'm driven, And
Yeah.
thank God. Yeah. My kids are starting to
Mm-hmm.
yell. I need to get them back to their mom's house here pretty quick.
All
My
right,
boys.
brother. Well, I
You
very,
more,
very
more
much
questions though?
appreciate your time.
We're good.
I don't think I got any, man. That was a good, quick wrap up of a story, and we had a little
I'm
fun on the
anxious to
side
see
too.
this one, man. I'm anxious to
Me
see this
too.
one.
Well, you won't have to wait too long because I do not currently have any episodes in the bank, so this one will be released tomorrow.
Oh, fucking
I'm
sweet,
just
bro.
gonna
Make
run
sure you
through
hit
it.
me up when you put it up. Make sure you hit me when
Of
you
course.
post it. And then
Of course.
let's reconfigure at the end of August.
That
No?
sounds good. I want to see where this transformation goes. Hell yeah.
Well,
All right.
vice versa, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to see where mine goes too. All right, so to wrap up, thank you all again for listening. I appreciate it. Kenny Pippenger.
Peace.
I tell everybody where to find you on social media so they can follow your journey.
You can find me on my Facebook page mostly. I'm trying to do the TikTok thing, but I got to get my young kids to really break me in on that one. Facebook, Kenneth Pippenger, Las Vegas. It's PIPP. Yep, pretty much.
And you're on Instagram too, right?
I'm on Instagram, Kenny Pippen, PIPPEN.
Right. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tag you on this.
I'm on
I'll tag you on
yeah.
this.
All right. Cool.
Much appreciated, brother. Good talking
Yes,
to you.
sir.
I'm glad you're doing well. And let's reconvene in August with both of our transformations. How about that?
Right on, brother. Love you, man.
All right. Love you too, dude. So good. Have
All
a
right,
good
bro.
one.
Peace out.
Hold up.